Ronto grew up in a house full of shadows, passed from strangers into hands worn thin. Two old hearts tried the best that they could, but time was already catching them. He learned young how to stay unnoticed, head down when the hallways turned mean. Bruises fade, but the words keep ringing long after the wounds stop bleeding. Quiet kid in the back of the classroom, too afraid to ask for help. Every year the grades fell lower while he disappeared inside himself. There were nights he wished for morning, and nights he wished would never end. And oh, the hand stole years from him again and again and again. Fear locked his voice behind his teeth, shame buried everything alive. No one saw the war he carried, no one knew how hard he tried. Then his father's breathing slowed one winter, and death moved in like closing rain. Ronto watched the world go dark, and something in him changed. He stole away that chrome cold 1911, white pearl grip cold in his shaking hand. Sat alone in the dark for hours, one pull away from the end. Finger curled around the trigger, tears burning in his eyes. Then a whisper cut through the silence. What if life could still change? So he put the gun down, put the darkness down, held on to one tiny spark. Somehow didn't want to die, just wanted out, wanted a life he'd never found. And somewhere deep beneath the hurting, a broken heart kept searching for a reason to believe there was more than surviving, more than just breathing, maybe someday living. Years went by in a locked dark bedroom, computer glow and silent nights, Connecticut snow against the window, no future anywhere in sight. Then Casey appeared like a voice through static, late night talks that turned into dawn. For the first time somebody listened, and Ronto didn't feel wrong. They traded truths like hidden scars, every fear, every memory. Casey said, "You don't scare me off," and that meant everything. When Casey asked him to stay beside him, Ronto felt his whole world shift. Love hit harder than fear ever had, and he finally let somebody in. So he boarded a plane with shaking hands, left New England winter skies for desert heat and neon highways, Las Vegas burning bright. Tall hotels and crowded streets, so different from the life he knew. But Casey's arms felt more like home than anywhere he'd been through. He found work fast, found confidence slowly, canceled the flight back east. And little by little the quiet kid learned he deserves some peace. Now Casey teaches him how to speak up, how to stand tall when the panic starts, how to walk into crowded places without falling apart, how to laugh without apologizing, how to dream without fear, how to look into the mirror and finally see someone worth keeping here. And sometimes Ronto still remembers chrome steel catching bedroom light. 1 second from forever, but then he looks around at the life they built together and thinks that tiny spark of hope that changed his life forever. Oh, oh. Yeah, he put the gun down, put the darkness down, held on to one tiny spark somehow. Now there's love in the rooms where silence lived, and a life he never thought he'd get. Now he's grounded, now he's open, no longer chained to all that's broken. From hiding away to finally free, Ronto chose to stay alive and found the life he was meant to see. That white pearl grip still lives in memory, but it don't hold power anymore. 'Cause the boy who once sat alone in darkness found what he was living for.